fan favorite athletes in all of the UFC, gets the job done, get it early. Talking about the one and only Terrance McKinney. T-Rex.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, Terrance? How are you, man? You driving?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I just got done helping Mike Davis out, giving him some rounds, so that was fun.
Oh, are you back in Orlando?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Terrance is back on the East Coast already, man. Do you need a couple minutes or you're good?
No, I'm good. We can talk. I'm about to be parked soon.
Okay, cool. Well, first of all, congratulations again. Couple minutes. They don't pay you by the hour. They don't pay you by the minute, Terrance. You get the job done. Just put a bow on UFC 317 International Fight Week.
It was amazing. The weight cut was a little harder this time since I'm starting to get older, get a little bigger. But overall, it was a great experience. I just felt God was with me, like just the whole energy of the whole fight week was right, and I just felt calm. You know what I mean? I finally maturing, and I think I'm coming into who I am as a fighter, and I think we're starting to see that.
For sure. And El, I got one more. Then please take it away. You said something there. You said a key word there, and I don't know if you saw it. It's been kind of this feel like this momentum for the last 2-3 days. Almost every single fighter who won at UFC 317 mentioned God and mentioned presence and mentioned Lord and Savior and all that. You've been kind of, I think, going a lot more towards that in the last year since, talking to you in a couple of those interviews. I think it was pretty amazing, man. It was a big shift in the MMA scene. I felt this past weekend.
Yeah, it was beautiful to see that, man. And I love to see people giving God the glory, man. Nothing better we can do. We get like this platform's not just about fighting. We gotta use it for God's kingdom. So it's pretty cool to see that.
Love it. Else.
Yeah, man. Like Dave said, it was really cool to see so many fighters talking about God. You, Dariush, Pantoja. It was really, really cool to see. But also just, man, what a beautiful performance to lead into that with. I know, like, Slava Claus has always been like a very daunting opponent. Like, he had one of the fights of the year against Sajikov a couple of years ago. He's always been like a guy where it's like, hey, you're going to go in, you might beat this guy, but usually you're going to have some bumps and bruises getting out of there. Is this how you expected to see the fight going? And just how does it feel to not have all the, to not be too banged up,
Yeah, it feels amazing. I was ready for wherever we had to do. We talked about it. Say, don't be surprised you don't get him out of the first round, because the dude is tough. So, I just made sure I wasn't. As you see, I was taking my time, even though the fight ended fast. I wasn't really rushing anything. And but yeah, to get him out of that first round is incredible, especially how durable and tough he is.
No, and we saw that against Chase Hooper. Do you feel like you were able to kind of take Chase Hooper's blueprint a little bit, seeing some of Slava Claus's maybe being a little bit exposed with the grappling? Do you feel like you saw that and you're like, all right, I'm going to grapple this guy, or was it just what happened to present itself in the moment?
I was going to strike a little bit, but I saw how locked in he was, and as soon as he kicked me, I was like, oh, that motherfucker hurt. Let me take this motherfucker down.
But Terrance, it's me. I've been a huge fan of yours for a long time now. What is it about you just getting these finishes early? Is it something like? Is it you train to hunt to get the finish all the time, or it just comes organically and whatever happens? Because usually it was more of the stand-up finish. Now you're finishing people by grappling. You just the fight's supposed to be 15 minutes, and you're getting it all done in 2 or 3 minutes every night. It's incredible, Terrance. Incredible.
Yeah. But yeah, Chase Hooper did show the blueprint, and I was thinking if Chase Hooper can dominate him like that, I know I'm like a way stronger athlete. So I knew if I got in some certain positions that we'll be able to get this submission. But I wanted to see what the striking was like. But like I said, once he kicked it on the leg, I'll say, yeah, let's just take this dude down.
That's the twice I heard Terrance Hooper. Can we see you versus Terrance Hooper in the fall? You like that matchup?
I'm not gonna push for it, but if the UFC gave it to me, then I'll do it. But we trained together before,
right?
It's not something that like I think really needs to happen. But if the UFC does it, why not?
Okay. Another guy you have been back and forth with on Twitter has always been my teammate Chris Duncan. He was actually sitting right next to me on the cat, me and Grant on the couch when we were watching your fight. He was like, "Man, he stole my move." So like, who has the better guillotine game between you and Chris Duncan, and what would it look like? Would it be just the ultimate guillotine off?
Nah, I would keep it standing with him. Why not?
That'd be fun.
It would be a very fun fight.
You got 2 wins already in 2025. Are you trying to go for that magic 4? You know, it seems like if you get a 4, especially 4 finishes, fighter of the year is kind of in sights. Is it something you want to get back into it? Maybe even late August, September to try to get one more in November, December. Is that your game plan, Terrance?
I want to fight like October. I just need 8 weeks because, like I said, I'm a lot bigger. I'm already almost 190 pounds already.
Wow.
Yeah. So as long as I got 8 weeks, I'll fight anyone. But I'm thinking I would like Jordan Levitt next. That'd be nice. And then if they give me Chase Hooper, like I said, I wouldn't mind that either. But like I said, it's not something I'll call out for,
right.
Especially because we train together. And you know, I wouldn't want to do Washington like that. We're both succeeding.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of matchups at 155 we can do. And,
I know UFC 318 is like around 6 weeks away with you 190. If Chimaev doesn't fight, it happens all the time. You versus Dricus. We'll just make you middleweight champion, Terrance.
No, that's the real 190. I'm good off that.
Okay, I got you.
You did bring up the fact that this weight cut was a little bit tougher for you. Like you said, getting older, it was a little bit slower. You're I was literally just looking at it. You're 30 now. Do you feel like there is a move to welterweight in your future? I'm frozen.
Probably sooner than later. I think maybe like 2 more years at this weight class, maybe 3. Do the most I can with it. Then it's time.
Yeah, that's so wild because it's the lightweight division, Terrance, you know, is stacked. There's just so many names. Like I know we mentioned Jordan. There's Duncan. There's Hooper. You know, that's kind of skip Hooper. You back, L? You good? Yeah, there's so many lightweights. It is wild. It seems like the welterweight division's in a big influx of new talent. You know, all these Sean Brady's and Shavkats and Ian Gary's and all that stuff. Pratis. But that'd be wild. That'd be crazy. Terrance McKinney at 170 because that weight cut, you know, I feel like you would be so much stronger. You would be ginormous. I know it sounds wild, but at 170 you would be big. I think that would be a great move for you, Terrance.
Eventually, yeah, like I said, but I got some work to do. So
yeah,
I want to get like you guys said, I want to get 1 or 2 more and then a ranked opponent, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I got one more than Ella if you got any left. How was it with International Fight Week? Like, were you involved or the Hall of Fame, or were you around seeing all this stuff? And it was such a big weekend, or were you kind of locked in with your weight cut?
I was locked in with the weight cut. I didn't really get to do much, but it was still a great experience. I got to do like the hologram thing. That was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I did get to see Ruffy and then Ilya, so that was cool. Like I said, the whole week was just lining up right.
Yeah. How was that hologram? How it looked looked amazing.
Yeah, they did. They killed it. It looked dope as hell.
Yeah.
I wish I got to see it in person.
Oh, you didn't even see it in person?
No.
Oh, it was incredible. I saw a lot of people like taking pictures and videos of it.
Yeah, that's sick as hell.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Anything else for Terrance?
No, man, just huge congrats. Amazing finish, obviously. Like I'm very interested to see who they give you next. Hopefully you get that Jordan Levitt, you know, like you said, he's coming off a quick finish as well. It makes a lot of sense.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. You guys send it.
There we go. 7-4 in the UFC, 17-7, 2 straight wins, 2 straight first round knockouts. This man doesn't work by the minute. Terrance, always appreciate you and your time. Hey, go get a Happy Meal for the young man. All right. We'll talk to you soon, brother. All right.
It's already done. He's ready.
Oh, he does have it. I know my kids, man. I know my kids. All right, Terrance, be good, brother.
I love, brother. You guys stay blessed.
All right, man. Terrance McKinney, dude. What a stud. Love that guy. Stud. Dude, how did I know the Happy Meal, Al?
It's the dad in you. It's the dad.
Dude, dadism 101. If you got a crying kid, you just go to McDonald's. That's what you do.
This could be the last time we pull up this comment because this is just like one of the most wrong stats I've ever seen.
Oh, Norm, you get called out, Norm. Don't bring Elle softballs. Don't bring her softballs, all right? If you're going to bring it, bring the heat.
If you think Islam has ever weighed 167 or less on a fight week or on a fight night, you're insane. He was like on 311. He was 178. Moicano was 181. Grant was like 179. Hey, Ilya's power has carried to lightweight. He has proven that. He has 100% proven that. That doesn't mean he's incapable of making 145 again. He's definitely smaller than these other lightweights. That doesn't mean that he can't compete at lightweight. But Charles is, dude.
Let's go. Norm, bring the heat, Norm.
But like looking at Charles, look at Charles, how sunk in he looked, like how big he is physically.